Yo, what up guys? Welcome to my video, Jacks Off to Cambodia. Alright, let's get going with day 2. After a quick stay in Phnom Penh, I had to wake up super early to catch my ride to Siem Reap at 7:30 in the morning. It seems like no matter how early it is, you can always find a tuk-tuk. To get from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap, most travelers would take a bus, similar to the one I took from Ho Chi Minh City to Phnom Penh. It's about 200 miles by driving, and with the traffic and a lack of freeway, it usually takes about 5 to 6 hours. While I was kind of researching about Cambodia, it seemed like there was a better alternative. So instead of taking the bus, I booked a van with the Cambodian post office. While bus companies like the Giant Ibis is more commercialized, therefore catering more to foreign tourists, the Cambodian post office van is still relatively unknown, so you'll find a lot of locals riding it instead. And yes, I was the only foreigner. In comparison, a ticket from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap with the van will cost you about $9 US, whereas if you ride with the Giant Ibis, it'll cost you about 16 nuggets. The van is also a smaller vehicle, which means it's more nimble on the road, which means it's probably faster than the bus. The van's got AC, got Wi-Fi, got some Cambodian remixes of popular Chinese songs, but most importantly, you get your own damn seat. I was looking around and you got some cars that are absolutely packed with people. They got bikes hanging off of trucks, kids chilling in the back. Yo, they got a whole family in the back of that truck. They're like, who gives a damn about safety regulations? We getting things done here, yo. This is the type of freedom Americans don't have. There's so much regulation, someone might get offended when you try to get things done. A little later, we stopped at this pit stop. They don't got dildo slingshots this time, but they do got some food and a little restaurant. Got myself a bag of this steak flavored chips, man. Never seen meat flavored chips back home. The views from the van were pretty dope. It's exactly the reason why I decided to travel on the road instead of flying. Just chilling in the car, watching how people do their thing. And these two guys, I don't even know what they're doing. After about 6 hours, we have finally arrived at arguably the most famous city of Cambodia, Siem Reap. Compared to the little towns on the way, you can tell Siem Reap ain't playing around, man. It's a major tourist hub, mainly because the world famous Angkor Wat is here. We'll save that for a later video. The accommodation I booked was in the outskirts of the city, so the host sent a driver to pick me up from the post office. Compared to Phnom Penh, Siem Reap seemed a little bit more laid back. There wasn't much tall buildings, and it didn't seem all that crowded. Maybe everyone is off exploring Angkor Wat during the day. Anyways, so on the way to my accommodation, I didn't really know what to expect. The host wasn't as responsive as my other Airbnb hosts, but he said he'll help me make arrangements for all the things I wanted to do. After about 15-20 minutes of a very scenic ride, we have finally arrived at the accommodation.
Yo, when you be making that San Francisco dough, you can live well like a king here in Cambodia. Let me show you my room for tonight. Here it is.
I could have easily stayed at a fancy 5-star hotel somewhere in downtown Siem Reap, but I felt like this experience would be more impactful and more memorable. Alright, so let me drop some knowledge about this place. First, let's meet Madden. He's the host of my accommodation, which is basically a homestay at an actual Cambodian village. Then you got Heng, the guy that picked me up. You got Vidak, and more on him on my next video. And Madden's son, Padden. So Heng and Vidak are very good friends with Madden, And the three of them, along with some other friends, make a living driving people around. They're not quite tour guides because you need certain qualifications here in Cambodia, but wherever you need to go or whatever you need, just let them know and they'll try to make it happen for you. And also, whenever they're bored, they'll just randomly show up at Matten's place to just hang out, kind of like what me and my friends do. And more on Matten. So Matten is married and he has 3 kids, 2 daughters who are in their teens, and you got little Patton here. So once I got settled in, we started drinking. Apparently Cambodians love drinking beer. The girls made me some fried rice, and the men started barbecuing buffalo meat. We pretty much just spent the entire afternoon drinking, eating, and just chilling. In the very beginning, they seemed to be kind of confused about me. I was this Asian guy that spoke English, and I don't think they've ever seen anyone like me before. Because when you think about it, it's usually the Caucasians from Australia, from Europe, from the US that would choose to live with locals in the Cambodian village. You usually don't see solo Asian travelers. They're usually in a group in 5-star hotels being very demanding. But you know, the more we drank, the more we started digging around like what men usually do anyways. And we were just chatting too, about random stuff and also very insightful stuff. They taught me a lot about their perspective on the world. And you know, people like me are usually thinking about what to do for fun. These guys are thinking about how to survive another day. It's a totally different mindset, and we just have to appreciate what we have. Once the sun started to set, Patton was really excited about showing me the sunset.
Here's my little tour guide right here. He's gonna take me around and show me the village. This is Patty right here. He's gonna have a lot of girlfriend when he grows up, right?
No!
Oh!
We can walk around the temple!
Okay.
At first, I was kind of hesitant about letting him play with my camera, but part of me also felt that exposing him to photography at an early age might have a positive impact on his life. Maybe one day he'll become Cambodia's most famous photographer. I taught him a few basics about my camera, and he actually took a few very nice photos. And since it's my camera, I'm taking all the credit. It's the most American thing you can do. Get someone from a third world country to do your job, and you reap all the benefits. Just kidding. You gotta give credit where credit is due. So thanks, Patton, for the nice photos.
No? You don't know them? You don't know them?
A friend over there. The rich guy.
Hi! Hi! You don't get to see this every day, you know. It's a huge contrast to the big city San Francisco life. You know, some people think it's weird for me to stay at like a little village here, but you know, just try to relax a little bit and get a different perspective of life. But look at this, dude. And this is where I'm staying tonight. You got some other village people right here.
So watching the sunset from a Cambodian village was really relaxing and therapeutic.
Buffalo, yeah?
Albeit it's a 6-year-old that's packed with energy, but that's alright.
Where are they going? Oh.
And as you can see, village life is very simple. Once it gets dark, there's nothing to do except drink and eat, and more drinking. So after the delicious dinner made by Matten's daughter and a few more drinks with the guys, it was ready for me to go pass out in my pimped out room. And guys, that's how this video is going to end. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until my next video, Jack is off.